Thank God it's over, and thank God no more L's for now, at least. Uh, well, big weekends in the Bay Area between Inter Miami versus San Jose Earthquakes. Under the new head coaching leadership of Bruce Arena, who was a Galaxy coach, New England Revolution coach, and now an Earthquake coach. And on top of that, U.S. men's national team coach, who don't want to bring that up for what happened approximately 8 years ago when completely shit the bed against Trinidad and other countries. We don't want to talk about that. This is clearly a new and improved Earthquakes team that the folks over there have not seen in years. Ustari had a rough game. Absolutely had a rough game. And our defense has had a rough game as well. First off, let's talk about the lineup. Messi in the false nine again. Why? However, this time, Falcon is playing. Okay, cool. But then Wenger is still our starter. Why is he still our starter? Allende is playing. Thank goodness. This is why we were begging for Allende to be a big factor. Cremaschi. Oh, I don't want to talk about Cremaschi, to be honest. Segovia. And Noah Allen. Meanwhile, Ian Frey was available, and Aviles can still play. Why aren't they playing? So the game starts. There'll be a corner kick for Inter Miami, and they score off the set piece. It is a head bounce set piece goal by Falcon. Falcon head bounce it right to the back of the net. That was a surprising start, a dream start. But then a minute or so later, Falcon wins the free kick, passing it back to Ustari. And Ustari didn't even have a good kick. And he gives the ball away to Christian Espinoza. And Espinoza gives it to Christian Arango. Arango immediately ties it up. What the hell was that? Starts with Falcon, to be honest. Falcon, as much as he had a good game tonight, what the hell was that back pass? And second of all, Ustari, you are better than that. You are better than that than to just have that quick tap. Should have held on, to be honest. There was Espinoza right in front of you. Why didn't you hold on to it and then boots it? Corner kick for to Miami, that was cleared away. Arango missed it high. Lionel Messi, who was really anticipated in the Bay Area. I mean, did you know that some folks were waiting by his hotel? Somehow soccer fans found out where their hotel is, and they went up to come and stalk Messi. They don't help you with Messi, wave the fans, hello, stuff like that. But jeez, man. There'll be injury to Allende off the head. He was able to play on. Ian Harkes was able to continue through his injury. Arango was caught offside, and I believe that was when they scored the goal, which was called back. But Arango could not play for long, as it might be a hamstring, so hopefully he'll be okay soon. So Pellegrino comes in to replace Arango. Then 6 minutes later, when they go in the fast break, especially when they have so much space in the field, they're going to strike. And they did. It's Bal Larocque to the bottom right corner, just in the bottom right corner of the net. And they take the lead 2-1. Messi with the shot attempt, which was stopped by Daniel, Kramashi soon after missed it high wide to the right. In the 44th minute, though, Jordi Alba with the cross pass to Allende. Allende was able to bury it to the center of the box, the center of the goal, to tie it up 2-2. Allende is why we need him back. Christian Espinoza missed it from the fast break, and then 2 minutes later, Harkes was able to get one into the back of net to make it 3-2 San Jose, taking the lead right back. Victor Costa with the yellow card. That was towards Messi. Messi with the free kick, and he just missed it to the right. Everyone got their phones out. Everyone's saying, fuck you, Miami. Those San Jose Ultras. It will fuck you too for saying fuck Miami. I was like, well, fuck San Jose too. How about that? Now what? Now what are you going to do about it, Ultras? Back to the game. First half ends. Then we finally see a debut of Balazar Rodriguez, who had some difficulties trying to get to the league. Or not, I shouldn't say league, but to the country. Got filling the paperwork, making it, trying to get the card and the Visa cards. That held them with some setbacks. But finally, he was able to come in, and he subs Kramashi. So in anticipation for the young Argentinian. Pellegrino missed it too high. Buddha with the shot time, he missed it. Then the 52nd minute into this game, after Ustari gives it to Yannick Bright, and Yannick Bright with the really fast break to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez with a nice pass through the box to Allende, who once again buries it close range to the center of the box, and just like that, Allende is on Hattie watch, and he ties it up 3-3 again. He ties it up again. Allende was caught offside. A few corner kicks for San Jose, both of which were cleared off, which was fantastic. Allende was caught offside. Substitution for Miami. Albando comes in to replace Rodriguez. Balazar Rodriguez. And I don't know the situation with Rodriguez. I hope he's okay, because he went straight to the locker room after he was subbed off. So I don't know whether or not if he was injured or something like that. But this kid only played. He only played about 17 to 18 minutes into the half. That's all the time he played, and he got an assist to show for it. But I hope he's okay, and I hope it's nothing serious, and he comes back next week. Buddha gets blocked, which was a good block, and then Buddha with the yellow card. Shown to Buddha, fouling Yannick Bright. Rodriguez got hurt. He was able to continue for San Jose until he wasn't. When he was out, Larocque was blocked. Corner kick for San Jose, which was cleared away, and then multiple substitutions. Max Floriani comes in to replace Rodriguez because of an injury, and then we got to see a former Heron, former Inter Miami player who was part of that 2023 team. Went during the run of the Leagues Cup final and the U.S. Open Cup final. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. Joseph Martinez comes in to replace for Buddha. And then Miami makes a substitution. Gonzalo Lujan comes in to replace Wangant. Corner kick for San Jose, that went nowhere. Dave Romney with the yellow card. But that foul there is just unacceptable towards Messi. A big foul there. Then the 74th minute. The problem with Miami, and this is the part where it's frustrating, right? And I'm screaming at this towards the front office. When you don't have the right defensive pieces on the pitch, you're getting yourself some trouble. And I'm begging for them to invest into some defense. You're going to allow a fast break to Espinoza. Noah Allen had to essentially hold him and grab his jersey to prevent a potential fast break. That's why he got the yellow card. It is an automatic yellow for pulling the jersey and stopping him for an opportunity to score. So, with that being said, there was a free kick, and it was blocked by Segovia. Joseph Martinez with the shot that was stopped there by Usteri. Espinosa was caught offside. I think that was the one they scored. I don't quite remember. I believe that was the one where they're trying to go down the field. I think they were. Which was a close. Okay, never remember. That was a very close offside. A couple substitutions for San Jose Earthquakes. Mark Anthony Kaye replaces Harks, and Herman Lopez comes to replace Pellegrino, who made a substitution for Argano. More substitutions. Miami comes in. David Martinez replaces Segovia, and Federico Rendano comes to replace Yannick Bright. Yannick Bright had a mediocre game. He had a good pass from one side to another for that goal earlier, and then he was just allowing fast breaks. Offside Allende, corner kick for San Jose. That went no. Actually, after that corner kick, Costa missed it too high, wide to the left, following the corner. There would be 5 minutes of stoppage. Messi gets blocked. In the 92nd minute of stoppage, Lorax with the shot attempt that was stopped by Usteri. Messi, he was this close of taking the lead and perhaps probably winning it, which was stopped by Daniel. Then a little bit after that, how the hell did you miss this goal? Messi gets fouled right outside the box, right? He gets fouled, taken down, no whistle at all. No whistle at all. He said, play on. Are you fucking stupid? Are you kidding me? Messi, bam, goes down. No call at all. That is putrid. Putrid. No call. Because what happens is that's going to allow San Jose to go on a break. Instead, should have been a free kick. It really should have been a free kick. I don't know what you're watching, but I watch soccer for pretty much as long as most people have. How was that not a foul? Herman Lopez missed the shot to the right. And that's it. The final score of the game is 3-3 draw. It was a 3-3 draw in this game. And part of my reason I wish they didn't have a draw rule, because we like to have a winner. This was an entertaining game. Okay, I'll say this. Entertaining game for the neutral fan. Stressful game for both sides. Myself and Miami. Their side for San Jose. This was a stressful game, but a damn good game. And that's why I wish there was no draws, because I would love to see a winner. I really would love to see a winner or a loser. After the game was over, ESPN did not report this, but I will report it. After the game was over, by the time people were leaving the stadium, Messi had some choice of words to say to the referee, and he walked away. He gets booked for a yellow. And Messi was like, that's good. That's good. Give me a yellow. Give me a yellow. And he was handshaking the coaches, the players. He went back for more towards the referee. And the referee really threatened Messi with the red. He was ready to get booked for a red, to try to set an example of how poorly officiated that was towards the end of the game. I'm not going to say the referees is the reason why we lost this game, because that is far from the truth. What I'm saying is you have to make that call. And I'm with Messi this one, not because I'm a so-called Messi stan, even though I've been rooting for this team since the expansion. But I watched it. That's a foul. And they didn't call it. And that's frustrating. Statistics. Not surprising here that... Why isn't this working? Come on. Not surprising here that Miami has more of a possession time. Both teams with 5 shots on goal. And both of which have 2 saves, which means 3 of them went in. You do the math. But earthquakes, they shot more than the Hurricanes, the Herons did. If this was American, this would have been named the Miami Herons. Anyway, the Herons, 10 attempts, 10 shot attempts, 13 fouls for the Quakes, 8 fouls for the Herons, 3 yellow cards for the Quakes, 1 yellow card to the Herons, 7 corner kicks for the Quakes, and 2 corner kicks for Inter Miami. So their next game, Inter Miami, I think they moved it because I thought it was initially Saturday. They must have changed it to Sunday. That's a big game. I don't care what the standings say. I don't care if we're in 5th and they're in 6th. Oh, wow. It's actually much closer than I thought. I don't care about that. Bottom line, it's rivalry league. It's rivalry week. We got Orlando City coming in town. Orlando. Big game all together. You need to shift your focus on Orlando because that team, even though they had their struggles recent, they are still the team to not fuck with. Okay? This team has gotten so much better since 2020, and the rivalry has kicked up a notch for quite a while. U.S. Open Cup, Leagues Cup, Messi coming in. It's brewing up. You know, one time I went to Orlando City game, mocking Miami, saying that they're not the 305, they're the 954. You know why they're saying that? Because we don't have a stadium yet in Miami. We have a stadium in Fort Lauderdale, so they're mocking the zip code for into Miami, right? That is the least of our problems. The more of our problems is we're not dominating the Florida Derby. This is our chance to continue the winning streak in South Florida against Orlando City, but you got to do it in South Florida. You have to do it. I hope Luis Suarez comes back, and Mascherano, I hope you know what you're doing next, because right now, as these weeks go by and these lineups are just up there, I have doubts. And it's scary to me because Mascherano had a good start. He had the best players. He had the right lineups. Some were okay-ish, but some were good. These past few days, they're downright terrible lineups. It makes no sense. But the reason why we drew this game is because our offense showed up. Allende showed up. That's the difference. That's where I'll leave it at that. Tomorrow, well, actually, now it's midnight. It's 1:24 a.m. You can see it right here, 1:24 a.m. We're off. So I'm just gonna take a deep breath and just lay down in bed, if I'm being straight with you. All right, man. Well, that's gonna do it for this one. GG. I don't mean fuck you personally to the folks. Okay, that's not what I meant. I just meant to reflect back towards those people saying fuck Miami. I'm just making a joke saying fuck San Jose. That's all. It's just a joke. Anyway, man, that's gonna do it for this one. If you like this one, please hit that like button, subscribe for content, and I will see you guys Friday. Friday's a big day. All right, Miami TVG. Sign up, folks. Audio.